Alright guys, I know people have seen me do videos on these, I don't know how many times. This is a video response, and it is a urban environment survival challenge. My first thing is my urban camouflage. First thing I want to do, I want to blend in with everybody and their brother. I want very little camo, if any. I know that I always wear these Wrangler camo pants, but one part of it is shelter. Now one thing that I have to tell you, I live in rural Colorado on the western slope, so I do not have big cities. The closest thing to a city is, I think, about 70,000 people. I'm right in between Salt Lake and Denver. Salt Lake's 264 miles away. Denver is 267. Why am I showing these little storage units? Because I have yet to go to any lot that has these and find one that you cannot open the door and come in and look at. Okay? I don't know many people that bring a ladder to one of these places. And if I needed to, I could roll out flat extra clothes. I could roll out a sleeping bag, go all the way back up against there, and you know, is it a risk? Sure. But trying to survive in an urban urban environment is a risk to me. Some other resources I could use. Right there is a tire shop. I could take all of those tires if I have anything on the edge of town, if there's a river bottom or something like that that I could get up away from. Would I look like a damn monkey rolling tires down the street? Probably so. But it ain't about looking like a monkey, it's about staying alive. Water. Every business in every town has a water spigot somewhere. I hate to say this, but if you have a Leatherman, you have a Phillips screwdriver or a flathead screwdriver, steal you a goddamn key or valve wheel, water handle, whatever you want to call it, and once it gets dark, refill all of your water supply devices, your canteens, your water bottles, whatever. Food. Other than trapping cats and dogs, here where I am, I could trap deer, but you may have to resort to a little bit of dumpster diving or whatever. If this is post shit hits the fan, I would be looking at dogs, cats, birds, basically anything. And I'm not saying every town has these little buildings for shelters, but I've showed you a whole lot full of them, and the lot's actually empty now, and every one of these is open. You have to realize when it comes down to survival, your survival, life, well-being depend on what you can come up with in your own head. There are no rules, there are no laws. It is you, and you can either try sleeping outside in a curb, in a doorway. You could find one of these, and I tell you right now, it's about 42 degrees outside, and I'll bet you it's 60, 65 inside this little building. And this is totally uninsulated. Food is going to be a toughie, simply because plate fright. When I was out in Los Angeles, I used to see people that lived on the street. They would go to the piers, and if somebody didn't eat everything, I mean, they didn't even get out of the eating establishment's outside area, and they were on the plates and they were chowing down. I seen them there quite often, so I know they didn't die from it. Fire. I'm not going to go into sources as much as I would methods. If I'm staying in one of these and I need some kind of fire, say I trap a cat or a dog, and you can laugh at it, but that might be your meal for the day or the next couple of days. I'm going to dig a hole in the ground. I'm going to dig another hole into it. Everybody knows those are called Dakota fire pits. I'm going to cook out away from wherever I'm sleeping, because I do not want to draw attention to where my main, I would call one of these a base camp. This is where I come, and I know that I should be fairly safe. Something that I would do is I would not really give a shit how I got it, but I would want some kind of heavy cover to block out these windows. One on this end I wouldn't worry about as much, but the light inside is going to reflect back out against that bank. I want to cover both windows. That way I give no appearance of light. Other resources. You know, I can't tell somebody what their resources are. I just can't. Simply because what a resource to me may be out of the question to somebody else. And so, you know, and this, like I told Lee when I told him that if he didn't mind if I did one of these videos halfway theoretical, I would make one. And that's just where my mind's at. The rules are, there are no rules. When it comes to you living, whether it be I am up on that mountain, in this little town, in a city, my mindset is always the same. I mean, I can't walk around this little town per se and point out every single thing I would use as a resource. I just can't. I wish I could, but this little town doesn't have the same industries, businesses, opportunities. So hopefully, if nothing else, it gives a different mindset and outlook to you know, just thinking about it a little bit. All right, guys. Catch you later.